this sunshine, and I will bring your tasting out to you, and then anybody who wants to come in afterwards. Yeah. I'm going to go to all of them. Oh, wonderful! That's what I'm here for. We're gonna do a tasting, and we're gonna talk about all of them.
Okay.
And so.
Dennis, how come everybody got lost? I thought we were going to be miles behind because Darren's car broke down. Yeah, it wouldn't start. And we stayed there a little bit, and then
have appreciated the shining beauties coming down the road. So thanks for coming. My name's Christy Kistler, and I own this farm with my family. This is Finn River, and it's a 33-acre organic farm and what we call an artisan cidery. So we focus on making hard cider and fruit wines. So everything I have to pour is actually alcohol. And if you want something that's not alcohol, I'm sorry I can't make it for you. We're just not allowed with our licensing. But the Chimacum Corner Store, which is 3 miles down the road, is a wonderful local market that features things made from all over the region, and they've got some great other beverages there. So Finn River stretches across the valley here and straddles Chimacum Creek, which is a restored salmon stream. We have a coho run coming up the creek, and that's wonderful to see. And then we raise chickens, ducks, goats, pigs, there's some sheep down there, and mixed fruit and vegetables. So we started fermenting about 4 years ago and got interested in hard cider when our neighbor made a batch and brought it down, and we thought, hey, that's pretty good. And it was sort of the start of a cider revival, and there's actually hard ciders being made now all over the state, which makes a lot of sense because we've got these apples, and this is something interesting to do with them. So let's see, the farm is managed by a crew of folks, and most of them are in Port Townsend today at the first Port Townsend Farmers Market, which just opened today.
Okay.
So that's why I'm here on my own, but you're getting me your exciting start to the day, so thanks for coming out. Let's see, there's a lot I could say about the farm, but just go ahead and ask me questions if you want. In the meantime, I am happy to do tasting with everybody of what we have, and I can do little bits, little sips, so you can be safe on the road. And we have a whole range of things that we make, and today what I have to feature are 3 hard ciders. They're 6.5% alcohol. So we start with 100% juice, we press it here. We get apples from all over. We're basically scavengers. We have a lot of our own apples planted, but it's not enough. It takes a lot of apples. I understand now why beer took over the world at Prohibition, because it's mostly water. And for apples, apple cider, hard cider, you need apple juice and you need orchards. So we have a blend. It's got a blend of old cider apples, which are the funky ones. Can y'all hear me okay?
Yeah.
The funky apples are the ones where you take a bite and you go, ugh, you would never eat it. Well, the cider makers love these apples. They're full of bitter tannins and acids and bitter sharp and bittersweet flavors that make them interesting. And they have a bit of earthiness in them, so you'll get a little of that taste. The 3 ciders that we do we did some sort of playful variations on the traditional cider. We have a pear sparkling, which is a light and delicate, slightly fruity, very nice with food. We're enjoying that one a lot. And then a black currant hard cider. Any of you familiar with black currants?
Yeah.
It's just it's got a tart side and a sweet side. Europeans, I think, are raised on black currant, and so when they come in here, they're often just ecstatic that we have some black currant products. And then a dry hopped cider, which is not for the faint of heart. It's a very hoppy cider. And well, you'll just see it's very grassy. I think one of the first people to taste it said, "Oh, it's like sipping a flower." And then an old timer from the valley came along and said, "It's like drinking a hay bale." You can decide. But I have found that there's no stereotype of who likes it. People of all kinds seem to like it or not. So that's the drier one. We have some very traditional ciders that are being traditionally crafted in the back, and those of you who want to can come into the production room and see. They're not ready yet. They come out kind of May and June because they're going through a secondary fermentation, which makes them naturally carbonated. Some of them are being aged in bourbon barrels, different things back there you'll see. After the ciders, then we have what I call the after hours side of the counter, which are our brandy wines. And those are 18.5%, and they're yummy. You get a little bit. And we did those because it got very cold in the barn that first year. And I said to my husband, what can we do about this? And so we took some cider and had it custom distilled into brandy. So 8,000 pounds of apples makes 500 gallons of cider, makes 50 gallons of brandy. So you can see, I call it apple gold.
Apple gold.
Apple gold. And we do a black currant brandy wine and a blueberry brandy wine and a pear brandy wine. The pear is the sweetest. And then we have a special release right now, which is a wild huckleberry brandy wine, which is from those little huckleberries harvested on the coast. So, you know, there's a lot of you. What I'll come is I'll probably come over here and just start dishing up cups, and then you can come, you know, tell me what you want. Unless somebody wants to be my lovely assistant, we can pass things out. And then you're welcome to go in the tasting room if you'd like and look around. And then I'll, you know, anyone who wants to take anything home with you, I'm happy to help you with that too. So. Is that a good start? Yeah? Okay, good. Have any of you had hard cider before?
We
well,
have one
really?
soft among us.
No, come on, didn't your grandparents make it out in the back of the barn a long time ago? No? Wow. Are you all, who's from the Northwest originally? Anyone from the Northeast? Because they still have a strong cider tradition out there. They kept a lot of those old orchards.
And
Interesting.
Canada, too.
Well, I'll tell you that hard cider is truly gaining. I think it's one of the biggest growing sectors of the beverage market. I mean, we're micro, nano cidery, so that, you know, I don't know if that matters, but you're going to see a lot, you know, more of it out there. It's interesting how it's coming back around. And they say that on the frontier, you know, Johnny Appleseed was not planting apple trees for applesauce. He was planting seed, and you know, a seed does not grow true to the mother tree. That's not the same. Each one is a wild, you know, hybrid essentially. And so some of you might know your apple biology better than I. So it means the apples you get every time, who knows what. So they were fermented on the frontier because it was a safe source of drinking. Water often was not safe, and so people washed the implements with it, and they paid their farm laborers with it, and the presidents drank it, and you know, so it's a nice tradition to revive. And of course, in Europe, they've been doing it for 1,000 years, and so we'll see if we can get 1,000 years out of it. Any questions? Oh yeah.
You mentioned something about out behind the barn. Do you have an outhouse behind the barn?
Well, there's a bathroom here, which is even better.
Thank you.
And I mean, I would ask you maybe not all to use it in the next 10 minutes. I'm not sure that it's. But anyway, it'll
water
hold
situation.
Up, so it's fine. And yeah, no, help yourself. But let's see. No, down this way. Unfortunately, it's a bit of a mud bog out here because we had some drainage issues. So my husband's been out here with the tractor. So just be careful. There's a little ditch right here. But if you do want to go strolling, you can stroll around this ditch and down the hill. And there's an old tractor down there, and just to the left of that is where the baby pigs and the baby goats are, which are pretty darn cute if you like baby farm animals. They are all being raised for meat, so don't get too attached. You can come to the pig roast in August. All right, let me get something to drink. So let's see. Gosh. Feels like we need the loveliest.
Yeah.
You're not the loveliest rule. That's the rule,
Oh my gosh.
You're doing well, Alex.
You're a good leader. Yeah, that you really are. I could follow you.
Y'all can also just get out and wander over.
I followed him.
A little early in the day. A little early. Oh, yeah.
See the bellies. Baby goat. Baby goat there. Over here. Over there. Oh, there's some new guys here. Baby goat. Oh, baby goat. Oh, gee, fall in a hole, will you? These are cuties. I can't see the pigs that well. No, I can't see any baby pigs. Where you going? Where you going? They think it's time for food. Uh-oh. All I got is bread. You went to the gate. I'm going to eat my finger. You went to the gate for that. They know the gate. Cute. Here they all come. Oh my goodness. Sorry, I didn't even wish we could do the sound effects here.
Hey, they're butting each other.
Let me in there, okay? Cute. Wonder if the pigs will come. I know, I'm sorry.
Suey, suey.
Suey. Look, you're gonna show off. Basking in the sun. Now they've got more coming. I gave her some breakfast.
He was lucky though he didn't wipe out his chrome stuff, because that's where it really Do they have some food somewhere?
Not that I know of.
Wait a minute, I'll look at the back.